Hi guys, how are you? This is a very quick word and it's a timely word for someone because let me tell you guys something. I hear everything. I can hear everything and I can see almost everything. There's been times where even when relating to my situation, I would hear people like gossiping about me in the spirit. I will see people like, talking about me, and I can literally see who's saying what, and God will literally reveal all that to me for me to know who I got to stay clear of, right? But when you have this gift, you can hear things, you can hear conversations, you can hear like the fake people, what they say about you, things like that. Last night I was overhearing a bunch of men that were having a conversation about someone. I don't know who they're having a conversation about, but they were having a conversation about someone and they were gossiping about this person, and they were trying to shame the person's age. They're trying to shame the person's age. And it was relating to like a blessing this person received from God, but they were trying to shame the person's age. And I just want to say that when it comes to God blessing you, God puts no age on a blessing. God puts no age on a blessing. When it's time for you to receive a blessing, God will bring that blessing to you. It doesn't matter if he brings it to you in your young years, if he brings it to you in your 20s, 30s, 40s, 50s, 60s, 70s. When it's time for God to bless you, age doesn't matter. God doesn't look at age when it comes to blessing you. Okay? Don't let anyone make you feel discouraged by trying to age shame you because you may feel like you're not where you need to be in life. You're not where you want to be yet in life. Many of us are not even where we want to be yet in life. Many of us did not start achieving and accomplishing things until we hit our 30s. I didn't start achieving things until I hit my 30s. I didn't even start driving until I was 30. But everybody before me used to shame me because they had cars. But when I got my first car in my 30s, I was able to get my dream car. That was a blessing from God. But I didn't drive before that because God never led me to drive before that. You see what I'm saying? But people would shame me for that. Don't let anyone shame you because you haven't received your blessing is yet, or don't let anyone age shame you because they may think that you're too old to do this career, or they may think you're too old to go back to school, or they may say that you should have been further in your life. You get what I'm saying? Like, listen, look what happened with Sarah. Look what happened with Sarah when she didn't have Abraham's son until later on. Right? And people used to mock her because she didn't get pregnant. People used to mock her because she was childless for a while. But God promised her a blessing, and the blessing had to come on God's timing. And before that happened, before the blessing came, people mocked her. Right? So be patient, because look at this. Abraham went, and Sarah allowed Abraham to go and have a son with someone else because she was too ashamed and she felt like she was holding Abraham back, and because she was getting weary relating to the blessing that God was going to give her. And then she still ended up having the son anyways. You see what I'm saying? But do you see how the pressure, the discouragement, and the weariness led her to do something ahead of God's timing? Right? Don't let people discourage you out of a blessing by trying to shame you or by trying to age shame you. Similar to what I was saying this morning about some people will come in and start planting negative seeds in order to discourage you because you may have faith and you may believe in something that they may think is foolish to believe in, or they may think it's not, it's not logical to believe in that because, whatever reason they may think it, right? But there's people that will sit there and try to make you think that believing in God and believing for something that God has for you is foolishness. It's the same way someone will try to discourage you and try to age shame you because you got to a certain level at your life at a later age in life. There's a lot of successful people who did not even, end up becoming successful until their late 40s, some of them 50s, some of them 60s. There's people who have gone from relationship to relationship to relationship and has been abused, neglected, cheated on, and the man of God that the man that God has for them may be more mature in age, or the man or the woman of God that God has for them is more mature in age, but they protect them, they love them, and they receive the love that they've been looking for all their life. You see what I'm saying? Do not let anybody age shame you because of God's plan for your life, God's blessing for you, because God knows what's best for you. God knows what you deserve. And most of the times, these people, a lot of them that are going to sit there and try to make you feel ashamed because you achieve something later in your life, They will make you feel ashamed because many of them, they want to achieve that, but they would have given up on it. They've already given up on it. It's like someone in their like later age may say, oh, don't go to school. You're too old to go to school. I would never go to school at this age. I would never go back to school at this age. Or I'll never go back to school with a bunch of 20-year-olds. You know what I mean? And you end up achieving what you wanted to achieve in school. You end up graduating. And this is someone that had this dream to do that, but they tried to discourage you because they were too afraid to go back. Do you get what I'm saying? Do not let people project their insecurities on you. Because here's the thing. A lot of people want to be blessed from God. They do. A blessing from God comes with no sorrow. You know what that means? A blessing from God comes with no sorrow, which means there's going to be longevity in that blessing. There's going to be happiness in that blessing. There's going to be fruits in that blessing. And let me tell you something. Anything from God is worth waiting for. It's worth waiting for. Remember that. Okay? Anything from God is worth waiting for. Do not let anyone discourage you so you go backwards or so you go looking for something outside of what God has for you. You see what I'm saying? Listen, just have faith and trust in God. Have faith and trust in God. What is for you is for you. That relationship is for you. That job, that career is for you. Healing is for you. Whatever God has prophesied to you and has promised you, that is for you. Everyone else outside of God's will for your life, their opinions don't matter. Okay? I love you guys. I'll talk to you soon. Bye.